Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Good morning. Today Murli is the Murli of 18th January 1981. The title of the Murli is The Basis of Being an Embodiment of Remembrance is Remembrance and Service. The basis of being an embodiment of remembrance is remembrance and service. Today, Bap Dada is seeing his invaluable jewels. Each of you jewel is Bap Dada's decoration, sparkling in your own position of your stage. Today, from Amrit Vela, Bap Dada has been seeing his decoration, his jewels, in the corporeal world and decorate every place with different flowers. Bap Dada continues to watch all the efforts you children make from up above. On this day, when you children all tour around, go to a pilgrimage of various parts of Madhuban, Bap Dada is also with you children at each place on this tour. 4 special pilgrimage places have been created in Madhuban, which you tour around. Devotees also give special importance to 4 pilgrim places. Just as you go on a special tour on this day, so your devotees have followed you. All of you queue to visit these various places. So the devotees of your idols also stand in a queue whilst waiting for a glimpse of you. On the path of devotion, they say that the versions spoken by their Guru are versions of truth. Similarly, at the confluence age, together with your versions of truth, even your truthful actions are great. That is, they become memorable. This is the speciality of the confluence age. Devotees go in a circle around God, but what does God do at present? God goes on a tour, following his children. He puts his children at the front, and he himself follows them in every act. He says, come on, children, come on, children. And this too is a speciality. He makes you children the masters, and he himself becomes the child. This is why he salutes you every morning. Has God made you belong to him, or have you made God belong to you? What would you say? Who has made the other belong to them? Bap Dada feels that the children have made God belong to him. Children have made God belong to them. Children are also clever, and Baba is also clever. However, you order him to become, he becomes present. Whenever you order him to come, he becomes present. Today is a day for celebration. It's a day of celebrating the meeting. The blessing for today is May you constantly be an embodiment of remembrance. So, did you constantly experience this awareness all the time? Today is the return of your being constant embodiment of remembrance. Today is the return for your being a constant embodiment of remembrance. Bab Dada has come to celebrate a meeting with all of you. The balance of remembrance and service automatically makes you constant embodiments of remembrance. Only Baba is in your intellect, and you constantly speak the word Baba. Every step you take is for the service of the world, is for the service of world benefit. Brahmin life is when there is remembrance in your every thought and service in your every act. If you don't have remembrance or service, there is no Brahmin life. Acha. To all the invaluable jewels, to all the children who have received the blessing of being a constant embodiment of remembrance, to the great emperor souls, whose every act is an act of truth, to those who are constantly lost in the love of Father and who constantly receive His cooperation, to such souls, Bap Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste. So there is love and remembrance also from us children to the Father, and a namaste from us children to the Father. And then there is the personal meeting with different groups. With what vision does Bapdada always look at every child? Bapdada's vision is drawn to the speciality of every child. And there cannot be anyone who does not have a speciality. It is because you have a speciality that you become a special soul and have come into the Brahmin family. When you come into contact with others, let your vision too fall on his or her speciality. Through their speciality, you can get them to carry out the task and take benefit from this. Just as the Father creates hope in those who are hopeless, similarly, whoever they whoever they may be, get them to do something. This is the speciality of the Brahmins, the confluence age. So whoever they may be or however they may be, the speciality of the Brahmin soul is to get them to do something. Just as a jeweler's vision is always on the diamond, so you too are jewelers. Let your vision not fall on the stone, but look at the diamond. The confluence age is called the diamond age. The part is a hero part, and the age is the diamond age. So see the diamond. Then what will your stage become? When we constantly see the diamonds, what will our stage become then? Baba says, You will continue to spread the rays of your good wishes everywhere. At present, special attention is needed for this. Special attention is needed to continue to spread the rays of good wishes for everyone. Such effort makers are said to be intense effort makers. Such effort makers do not have to make effort. Everything becomes easy for them. For easy yogis, Baba says, no matter how big a situation may be, it becomes as easy as though nothing has happened. It is so easy as if nothing has happened. Like Baba says, from a crucifix to a thorn. So are you such easy yogis? When, when as a child you begin to learn to walk, it first feels like effort. And so anything that takes effort is a child's thing. Anything that takes effort is a child's thing. All effort has now finished and everything is easy. When you experience something to be difficult, put Bap Dada in that place. It is when you carry the burden yourself that you feel it to be the effort. Hence, hand it over to the Father and He will finish the burden. When you throw rubbish into the ocean, it does not keep it inside. It does not keep it inside, but throws it into the shores, onto the shores. Similarly, the Father too finishes the burden. When you forget the guide, you then find the path to be difficult, and time is wasted in that effort. Now, serve with your mind. Have pure thoughts and increase the power of your mind. Those who labor will make effort, whereas you are those who have a right. Those who do not have a right will make an effort, will labor. And those who labor, they will believe that they have a right. Acha, so that is the Murli for today, where Baba has said, especially since it is the Murli of 18th January. It's the Murli where everyone, it's a time when everyone is in the remembrance of Bab Dada, especially Brahma Baba. Everybody who is in remembrance the whole day from Amrit Vela up to the night. And so Baba says that it is easy for those who are always in their thoughts, for those who always have Baba in their thoughts and who always are focused on service. Remembrance for them is easy. If there is any form of labor, it means we are still in the infancy stage, still in the childhood stage. So Baba looks at each and all of us as his special jewels. And like a jeweler will always look at his jewels every day, so Baba also looks at us children because we are his special jewels. So we also should have that vision for ourselves that we are the jewels who are admired by the jeweler himself, by Baba himself, and we are precious, valuable jewels because Baba looks at us with the vision of speciality. And Baba also expects us to look at ourselves and others with a vision of speciality. There's not a single soul in this world who doesn't have a speciality, especially a Brahmin soul. Every Brahmin soul, every Brahmin has a uniqueness, have a speciality of their own. And so Baba says, don't look at the stones, but look at the specialities. When we look at the specialities, we will always have good wishes and good feelings for others. So yeah, that was today's Murli. So now we're open for sharing.
Shanti sister, good morning. I want to explore this fact that Baba has said today that if you do not remember Baba, then you will lose time and will be lost and will be making effort. So I want to explore this concept today, wherein I remember Baba wherever possible and see the time getting shorter and the effort coming down. Yeah, thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, sister. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
For me, 18th January is something very special, Murli, something very close to the heart, because it was on this day my lovely, amazing, wonderful Brahma became Avyat. They call it as Smriti Divas, they call it as Shakti Divas, but for me it is the day of love. It's the only day where I can really feel the love of Brahma, the, whom we may not have seen, but the day when my Brahma became Avyat. And today, when I saw the title, generally it's something different. I sometimes used to feel that Shiv Baba felt a little bit cornered because he felt on this day it was only Brahma, 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 always being invoked. Sometimes even I used to think Shiv Baba is a little off because he used to feel his wife is given more importance. Like when he said jewel, I felt like it was a living diamond in a living container. But one thing in this Murli, which I liked was, did Baba belong to you? Did you make Baba belong to you, or Baba made you belong to him? I think Baba always asks this question on these days. Either he says, do you love me more or do I love you more? Did you find me or did I find you? And today, this one thing which he spoke is, has God made you belong to him or have you made God belong to you? I think today for 18th January, Murli, this is what we have to carry. And Baba always says, my children are clever Today there's one more thing, Baba is also clever. Why? Whenever I order, he appears. I think that's the day, and the thing which you said, embodiment of remembrance. That is the last thing, if you remember. What is that? Nashta Moha Smriti Vallabh, conqueror of attachment. I think 18th January is special, something absolutely special, which one can keep talking and talking and talking. Shanti.
Shanti. So, Baba says we have a balance, the remembrance and service. So we just need to have this balance and always have Baba in our intellect and use the word Baba every time. And that is when we get so much benefit and we become the world benefactor, and we have to so when we have this balance, only then Baba says the real Brahman, that's what that's when we become the real Brahman. So basically Baba would like to have that balance. That is when we become the embodiment of remembrance. Yeah, Om Shanti, thank you.
Baba says in today's Murli, and I think last couple of Murlis that we are reading, Baba has been focusing on looking at the qualities of Sada soul. And today he again emphasizes that do not have stone intellect, have a swan intellect, where you're looking at only qualities of the other soul. And he says, utilize that quality for the service. Each soul has at least one good quality, and you need to be a real jeweler to see that one quality in that soul and utilize that for service. So this is point for me to take back home, to look at the quality of others, not looking at their weaknesses. Om Shanti.
I also want to just add one point, sister. When you read in the groups, I liked again that baby walk. So it's on 18th January, because till 18th January, my Brahma Baba was corporeal. I used to catch his hand, learn to walk. Baba saying all that is now over because he is Abhyat. But that one question which, when you read in the Murli, it was given when the rubbish goes into the ocean, it goes to the shores. But I don't know the Avyaktvani which is there in Luhar, it says, when rubbish goes into the ocean, it doesn't stay in the water, but it is dissolved by the waves. That I found was a perfect analogy because it's the power of accommodation of the ocean to absorb all the rubbish. Like same way Baba also helps us to dissolve our burdens. So can you just tell me how, when in the Murli it's given as it goes to the shore? Because how can the rubbish go to the shore? Could you just explain that, sister, through the Murli which you read? Because for me, it is dissolved by the waves.
Yeah, sure. The thing that Baba is saying is that the rubbish is not absorbed within, but it is put on the side. It's when you look at someone's speci- uh, specialities. In this age, it is given that we also have some not so very good qualities. So there are a lot of good qualities, and there are a lot of others which are tamoguni of Kali uh, of the Ravan age. But Baba doesn't look at those qualities. Baba doesn't look at the weaknesses or the shortcomings of the soul. But like an ocean, uh, the ocean will not put everything in its belly. It will not put everything in its bottom. But it's often the rubbish is put on the show. It's put aside. So we need to put aside the negativities or the shortcomings that we see in other people, and to only look at the qualities that are there in a person, in a soul. And hence it is the power of accommodation is not in absorbing the negatives, but it's in letting it go. So that is what Baba means. That when, like an ocean, that does not absorb, that does not take in. If you take it in, then there is some the need to dissolve or to destroy. But uh, this ocean, when the rivers that bring in water and rubbish along with it, so the water is taken in, and it becomes a part of the ocean. But the rubbish does not become a part of the ocean, it's put aside. Similarly, the power of accommodation is looking at the qualities of the person while you understand and acknowledge that there will be shortcomings, but not to remain focused on them. So that I think is the power of accommodation that I was talking about today. Om Shanti.
Okay, suppose even we take that, of course, I agree with you totally. You see in the ocean, when you see some garbage at the end of the ocean, and people call it as marine pollution and all. But isn't our God, the ocean of all this, can't he dissolve the rubbish which is being thrown? Why? Because he's got that power to turn all my negativity to positivity. Why it cannot be dissolved? Why it need to be thrown? Because as I told you in the Murli over here, it's given dissolve. That's why I had a doubt when you were reading. Because I feel Baba dissolves everything, whatever I do, and I cannot find any of that negativity around. That's why, sister, I wanted to think, is it dissolved or is it thrown on outside? I'm not talking about the physical ocean. There you're right. The rubbish, the ocean doesn't take it in its belly. But with the waves, can't it be dissolved? I'm talking about my negativity.
Yes. I understand what you're saying, but even I think the power of accommodation is for the uh, the responsibility of dissolving negativity or weakness is on the soul itself. So Baba will not do that for us. But if we do hand over our burdens to him, then he says that I will carry your burdens. So don't keep it with yourself. It's when you keep your burdens with yourself that things become difficult. So in that sense, Baba is ready to take up your burdens. But the responsibility, the onus of changing my negativity into something positive is to take that love, to take that strength from Baba And it is for me to dissolve and not for him to dissolve my weaknesses. So I need to give myself into the ocean, uh, to, give myself into the love of the ocean so that I am able to let go and dissolve my weaknesses. So Baba is there present as the ocean, and for Baba, his vision is very clear. He doesn't look at the weaknesses of the children, and he only looks at their strength. And so he wants us also to do the same, not just for others, for ourselves as well. I think that's what it is, that I need to dissolve my weaknesses by being in the loving remembrance of the ocean.
So complete surrender. Just give yourself dip in the ocean and
Yeah.
don't look whether it has been dissolved or thrown. Just get absorbed. I think that's what you are trying to tell us. Thank you, sister.
Okay. Om Shanti. Anybody else wants to share? Okay, since nobody wants to share, then let us finish today's session with a short remembrance.
Yes, Siti.
So I look at myself as this precious jewel of the master jeweler. The jewel that is close to his heart, the jewel that he looks on with love every day. I too look at myself with that vision of love, of value. I deeply appreciate the wisdom that I received from Baba, the wisdom to look at the speciality of the soul, to have a vision of a swan, a holy swan. Baba's vision encourages me to look at the specialities in other souls. And as I look at each soul with that vision of speciality, I discover beautiful jewels all around me. As I sustain that vision, my heart becomes as wide as the ocean. Like my father, I'm able to accommodate other souls around me, to have a vision of love and good wishes for all souls. And as I have this vision, I realize not only is my heart as wide as the ocean, as accommodating as the ocean, but it is lighter. I, the soul, becomes light, lighter and lighter, as if there is no burden, and I'm able to fly. My effort becomes easy, and I'm able to be in the remembrance, merged in the remembrance of one. Om Shanti.
Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Reena Ben. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Till that time, have a nice day.